Hi everyone, the Lone Wolf here. Welcome back for some more EVE Online. I actually got to work from home today, so I have a little bit of time. And I also have some stuff to do in EVE, a little bit of logistics, so I thought I would try and share that with you guys as well in another quick 1 hour live stream. So first of all, of course, I just came online and I still have to redeem my free booster. Let's do that one. And then I always start out with my PI, so that's over here. Let's take a look at the planets. Barren planet, still doing quite alright. And yeah, I'm lazy. We're definitely not looking for the very best in the resources. But if I'm not mistaken, one of them, this one here, is super full. A lot of water here. So I'm actually, let's take a look here, 260k on that. I do think I want to increase the rates for... Oh, this is aqueous liquids actually. Maybe I don't for this one. Well, that will be alright. And then how much of the other stuff do I make? 343. So we should be consuming more water on this cycle. That is fine. And then we have... That's halfway full, so that's still fine. Start and submit, and then the next one. Let's go. This one and this one, submit. And then we also have got this one to go. That's pretty full as well. Let's see what I'm making too much of. Well, actually I have a little bit of both left. No, it's aqueous liquids again, so that's again too much water. Suspended plasma is 400k. This is 280k, so that should again rectify itself, should be fine. And then we have a barren planet here as well. Let's see what's happening here. That's still not full at all. All right, let's submit. Next up, as always, we've got a killing spree, so I'm going to do that one. I'm just not gonna do it in the Orcas. We'll take the Ishtar for that. Where are you? Always have to look for my Ishtar. Let's go like this. There it is. Switching ships. I actually need to clean this one. Clean ship. There we go. Undock, and let's get some NPCs. So this is how I always start, and then my plans are actually to grab the PI, go grab some... Oh, there's a refuge in system. That's as good as it gets. I'll be able to finish this super quick. So then I'll grab the PI from the planets. I'll grab some other stuff that I still need to move to Amar. We'll go over there, take a quick look at some BPC stuff if I can, and then we'll just go back. I'm not sure how long all of that is going to take, but let's go. And quickly get our 10k skill points. This is how I usually do this. Just find a quick anomaly. Refuges are great, and with the Ishtar I can just go like this. Land, launch drones, deploy mobile tractor units, and just wait it out. If you want to speed it up, you can target some stuff, but it's really not needed. So up we go. Blast away. Hello, Alex. Next one. Blop. And that's 5, so if the turrets count. This is good too. And there we go. Skill points have been earned already. Alright, next wave. Hope for a true Sansha, of course. And normally the cropping is fixed, so you should get a good view. 0 frames dropped and we're in the green. Hello, Liberty. or ethics of liberty. Let's go. Next. Down. Okay. No true Sancha. That's unfortunate. Okay. Probably go like this. Another wave, alright. Hello, the Zor 81. Let's go. That is fine. So no true Sancha. I don't think it's really worth sticking around here then. Although we get a little bit of loot still to go. So I am going to salvage until we grab the loot here. F, let's go. I hope all of you guys are doing well. I'm doing okay, still of course, eagerly awaiting any news on FanFest. We'll need a little bit of patience for that, but it'll come, it'll be fine. And let's see if I'm lucky. No, that's lots of metal scraps, couple of modules, nothing special. So stack all, loot all, scoop this guy. I honestly don't think this is worth too much. So let's do this. Go back home. Yeah, little incursion for 10k skill points. Let's actually take a look at what we are at. 84k, and I was working on mining upgrades 5. Oh, that's true. I was also planning to look at the new compression module. See if I need skills for that. So I'm actually gonna save them. Let's go.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
All right. And then keep it clean. That's here. And that goes here. Modules, ammo, and let's take our transport, which is not a quick one. There it is. So next step, we're definitely gonna empty that storm planet. I'm actually gonna empty all of them of all the finished stuff.
Warp drive active.
Local, alright, shouldn't have any problems, I don't think. Besides, I am in my pirate skin, so normally shouldn't attract ganks with that. Let's go. Fleet hangar. What? Vasil says that Galente haulers look funny. Look at this beauty. Transportation and a big engine block. Ah, thank you, Cave, for defending the Galente honor right there. Alright, let's see here. We'll start here. Customs office. Let's go.
Drive active.
Let's see what we can get out of this. Alright, now I am going to show you guys that it's very expensive here. So, tax rate 20%, which is 1/5 of the value. So, transfer cost is 1.4 million on something that's worth 10 million. Yeah, actually, yeah, definitely pretty damn expensive. And I would love to know if you guys have systems where tax rates are a bit lower than this, because at this point I'm actually willing to move my PI planets. I do think I want to focus still on mostly stuff that's tied to fuels, but there's definitely no obligation for me to stick around in detail with these kinds of tax rates. 20%, it is high sec, you get the safety, so they really get to dictate what your price is, but it's getting pretty high. Used to be 12.5, which was, in my opinion, far more reasonable. But yeah, it's pretty decent in this ship with the afterburner to boost me. And then let's see what we got in here. Ooh, that's actually a lot of extra aqueous liquids. I'll do this transfer here first, and that really doesn't do enough for me, so I'm actually gonna risk this. Let's take 15k out as well, like that. Transfer, and we'll put all of that away. 20%, yeah, go. Customs office, should have looked at the tax rate before taking stuff out. Go, go, go! Oh, I'm all alone in local. How Dital has changed. Used to be such a nice hub, and now I'm all alone. The warp, let's go. So that's gonna be a lot better. 3 million. So I'm up to 50 here, and that's way lower in how much is still being used. And okay, I do have plenty of water, can use that little bit of reserve, but the next gas planet actually looks like it might use some water, considering it's mostly electrolytes. So let's go take a look there. Okay, let's go. From the Sons of Black Rise. Yeah, exactly. So let's transfer this out. And then let's put like 5k water back in. I think I can just transfer that here. And that should produce me a little bit of extra coolants. Next one. Oh, and I did not look at the tax rate. Quick check, still 20. All right. Imagine all of a sudden someone could change that to 90%. So it's actually kind of important that you check the tax rates before you do all your transactions. And then after that, we're actually heading for Hakshma next. Aqueous liquids. That's actually a lot. So that's 6 million. Look at that. Empty. So that's a good chunk of superconductors, bringing me over 100 million in value. And then final planet. Let's go.
Warp drive active.
And in the meantime, taxes. Let's see here. Transactions. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, interesting. So the tax rate is at 20, but on the estimated values so far, it's more like 10%. Hello, Peter, and goddamn. 3dcgmodels.com. I hope that's not a spammer that I'll have to take out. Be nice, and 07 is definitely alright. Let's go. And mechanical parts, that's 740, that's quite good. Still 20, yeah, still 20. There we go. So planets are empty, rebalanced a little bit, and I got 120 million of PI. That's good to go. Now, mechanical parts are doing alright. So are the coolants, but they are under pressure because water is just being taken out by the changes. Alright, thank you. I will do my best. And someone definitely prefers Minmatar. In Rust we trust. I think Galente always does have the highest amount. Is that right? Or close to it? So I like the Galente ships as a Galente pilot myself. Alright, let's pick some more stuff up because we still have room. And I'll show you guys the problem. Or the stuff that I still need to move. Up we go. Price increase is coming. Yeah, pretty annoying, but I am going to wait for FanFest, basically. As I've said previously, price changes only start May 17th, which still gives us the FanFest announcements to really judge whether or not CCP is actually adding lots of stuff for us to look forward to. That might make it worth it to pay more for the game. I do understand the general economic inflation scenario that we all find ourselves in, and it's kind of the same for CCP as well. Lots of increased costs, probably labor, energy, everything is going up almost everywhere. So I also think that perhaps CCP might be one of the first, and that within 6 months, a year or so, we'll see other MMOs and other games go up in price as well. Because that's just the general trend of what's been happening. So yeah, let's hope that FanFest brings us some cool stuff, and then I'll still be happy. As a Neve partner, I'm definitely happy anyway. So let's keep. But yeah, let's just hope FanFest gives some cool stuff. I'm curious. Thank you, Tech Crisis, for the support comment. Let's go, next system, and then we're there. So drop frame still at 0, connection still good, and now you should see everything quite clearly. Inflation isn't a new concept in the world though. I find that a non-reason. When inflation goes to like 8, 9%, and that's on official numbers, when in the previous years it was like closer to a zero, deflationary. It does feel different when people, I know some people at here in Belgium from my job that all of a sudden have to pay like 40, 50 and even 100% more for their energy costs. So yeah, bills are going up quite substantially all of a sudden. Here's the station. Let's go. Especially when you've got a big family. You know, price of heating here in Belgium is kind of crazy at the moment. Let's get back to our logistics. Yeah, huge increases. I think it's like 30% gas, and some electricity is up like 100% for some people. So we usually have combined, so one invoice for both. Ooh, a Lancer sticking around and a Gila. No, he's not gonna do anything.
Docking permission requested.
Oh, he was stuck in the station, going back with his mates. So let's dock up here, and then we'll have to head for Amar.
Docking request accepted. Docking permission requested.
Come on. Let me in. And so this is actually also was like a gift from someone who was doing quite a bit of large ship industry here in Haxma. And so I still have like 10 billion in items, capital parts, and then huge amounts of titanium and of pyrite. And so if I put this in here, I can move another 3 of them. It's like 6 at a time. And then the pyrite is just huge in how much there is here as well. But yeah, I'm just slowly moving all of that to the trade hub. So we'll undock. We are full. Hey, FRTR. Yep, I am from Belgium. And that's true. Iceland has geothermals. So their energy prices are better, but their servers are probably in England. Hello, from Bruges. I'm close to Antwerp myself. So I'm alone again. Use a Charon one trip. Even I took a look, and even with freighters, it's a lot of trips. That'll be a lot slower than this, and with a lot more risk as well. Because value-wise, well, if I put it full of titanium, it's fine, but the components are actually worth quite a bit. So I don't have the balls to go freighter on that stuff. You run a corp? I just have my own corp, and I play solo with my brother when he's online. But we just try to have fun. And mostly, I'm a solo player. I want to stay independent so that I can do what I want, when I want, how I want to do it. And yeah, that's the way I play Eve. So let's go. So it is slow going. It's going to be a bit of a slower stream here, but that's the nature of logistics and transportation, of course, which also does create a form of value in the game. It's actually pretty important that transportation is not all instant and all too easy. And so there's players that, you know, enjoy space trucking, and you can actually make a living that way as well, thanks to the way EVE Online works. So I think it's pretty cool. And lately for me, that's been my my relaxed way of exploring and enjoying the game, just getting everything into those trade hubs. And it has taken quite a bit of time, but I moved a lot there already. And then hopefully I get a lot done for FanFest. We get some cool announcements. I can set myself a couple of new goals to go for, and then we'll work on that. That's my plan for the game at the moment. So right now we're just slowly getting stuff from point A to point B. It is good ISK. Not a lot of people have actually the patience for this, so it's a service that's considered to be quite valuable, I think. Creamy buff in the Griffin. Doesn't seem to be moving. Always have to be a little careful there. Next one. My crop drive, I'm not sure if I can... I could put up a cloak, but I think it is actually fine with just the afterburner boost, honestly. She is decently tanky. I'll show you guys the fit. Some people are always curious on that. Why not show it? Let's see. So we get a couple of medium shield extender, the afterburner for the boost, then here some resistance, steel plate, damage control, and a couple of faction resistances as well. Right, he didn't come. And then some Trimark pumps. Just gives me a decent 110,000 EHP. Even with just 200 million here, I don't think I'm that much at risk. And I do feel safe this way. Basically, I move usually a couple 100 million up to 500 million. I sometimes risk a trip close to 1 billion, but I never go over. And this is really something, you know, if you think about logistics and things like that, keep that in mind. The more you transport in one go, especially in value, you know, the more it's going to hurt, and the more likely it is that you'll get ganked, because it just becomes, you know, an economic calculation that, yeah, it's actually worth it to lose our 20 catalysts for this ship and that potential loot drop. And so I tend to still be pretty damn careful with that. And as we get closer, it gets busier. That here we get a Fenrir that's going the opposite direction, following the Occator, and then we still have a Bestower that's going as well. Yeah, we are getting closer to a Mar, as other players are doing the exact same thing, which is also cool, right? You're just flying around in space and you start to feel, ooh, this is more of a highway for goods to come and go. Yeah, right click on your capacitor, reestablish communications with drones, get back on grid, right click, and you've got reconnect to drones or something like that. Alright, next one. Yeah, I'm basically following Ophidius. If I worked at CCP, what content would I suggest? And new races would be cool. Whoa. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Basically, I haven't thought enough about it. I mean, if I had to dream and I had like a limitless budget, I'd basically integrate the first-person shooter that they're developing in London and make that a sandboxy experience as well, where you could like fight over planets, maybe stations, maybe even ships, yeah, that would then, you know, you'd have 2 games, so then an increased price for the sub would make a lot of sense. But for within EVE Online, I don't know, I kind of want to be surprised. I would love some new stuff that's coming out of left field. And that you gotta be careful. I think the Vexor is just hanging there. Yep. Vexor actually ganking ship as well. I once lost not an Occator but a Tick 1 transport that was full of PI. So a lot of stuff like this. You do have to be careful, right? This is 100 million, smaller tank on a cheaper ship, but that then becomes worth ganking. So yeah, I once had a solo gank done on me from a single Vexor. And here we go. The trade hub. So an obelisk on the gates. Octor going through. Not sure what she's doing, but alright. Let's move to 40. Not too busy. Alright, a little bit more stuff secured. If I get in. Let's see if the tornadoes are hanging around the end dock. Alright. Thanks for hanging out, Crisis. So there she is. There's a tornado.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Machina. Alright. I think okay. Let's get in. So here is now my system. Here I think it's the cleanest I have it at this point. Almost all categories nice in mostly warehouse containers as well, so I got plenty of room. And so I can then move my PI into my PI stuff. Ores and minerals go in ores and minerals. This stuff goes into components. And here we still have some more in ores and minerals. As you can see here, estimated value, quite a lot that I've gathered at this point. PI as well is going to be 6 billion. That's a decent chunk as well. And then the components, yeah, look at that, 5 billion at 100 million a pop. I have, I think, if I'm, no, I don't have the, actually, yeah, maybe in my Tech 1 ships. I think I have a freight already, I've got an obelisk, but it's just too much risk for me. Maybe I'll do the minerals with a couple of freighters or something like that. But I also wanted to go here to take a look at the compression module, because I haven't done that yet. So let's see. Can we find that? There we go. Large moon ore compressor. Ooh, alright. Capital moon ore, asteroid ore compressor 1. No Tech 2 versions yet. Let's take a look at this. Can be fitted to, that's only for the Rorcal. Alright, so the large one then is probably what I'm interested in. Can be fitted to the Orca, exactly. And I don't see any different ones just yet. Alright, what's the price? That's gone down substantially. Costs 21 million. That's definitely reasonable. Let's see if we can get some early transactions here. 200 million up here. We still have someone that paid 90 million for one of these. So a little bit of patience. Honestly, it does help. And I can just buy one. I definitely want it. Let's go. Let's do this. And then I actually do have to look at this as well. Requirements. So I still need shipboard compression technology. And ooh, buying it here costs 195 million. And let's see if it's available here. No, is it available here? 150. Couple jumps out. What was it here? 195, I think. Yeah, so that's, you can see, this is very nice, right? I could just buy and train, but you can also see that you're paying a pretty hefty price for the convenience. And this is just 2 jumps out. So let's do a set destination on that one. Still in high sec, so I'm going to buy one of these. Yep, There we go. And then I'm also gonna move my... Oh, a couple that haven't been put in here yet. There we go. And I'll move this. How big is it? 1000. So that is just fine. All right. Let's pick up and start training the skill. You're getting Sino-Alts moved from one... Oh, okay. Yep, Sino-Alts can be a bit of a chore for those nullsec logistics. And you can hear the scanning sound. So, and ooh, the tornado just shot someone actually. Let's hope it's not me. No, woo. Actually, and then a bestower came in. Wonder if you already got the loot out of that. And then here we get the capsule. So you guys just came out of a gamk. If you want to know that, you gotta be careful. There's the proof. It definitely does happen, and you could hear the scanning sound as well. So what happens is someone scans and they just make the quick calculation. That's way too much value for your tank. It's worth it, pressing the button, and yeah, they go for it. So always keep that in mind. It does happen. Stuff like this, for instance. Now that I see it here, a Nitron Mark V. That was what I was ganked on by the Solo Vexor, and I think it was like 400 million in PI. And that was basically a mistake. Quick scan. That's worth it. They know what they can destroy, and then you are done for. So I like that actually. I think that's pretty good that I got to show that on this stream. I was warning about the tornado, and then you could just see it in action right there. Yeah, need that instant dock undock. I definitely need to set that up for here in MR. I've got one in Jeddah, but I still haven't done that one in MR. I do feel decently safe in this ship, especially when I only move a couple 100 million. I don't think there's enough groups that are ready for that, or that can make it worth it. But I should get that instant undock. That's a very good tip from Hunter. So let's get our skill. And so this description, this module uses Orca's latest material compression technology to enable compression of harvested asteroids, which is what we want, by a ship operating with the industrial core. Oh, I don't have an industrial core yet either, I don't think. Hey Volos, yeah, I definitely wanted to fix the cropping problem. I think I fixed that. Can anyone let me know? Activation of a compressor requires any ship using it to have an active industrial core. Oh, we'll have to get back, and I'll have to look at the industrial core next. I thought it was just gonna be this module, but industrial core is involved as well. All right, let's go here. I'm actually gonna take a quick look at that on the market as well then. Industrial core. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be the large one. Can only be fitted for the Orca, and then the requirements on this, I have everything. Industrial configuration, advanced mass production, so that should be fine. And what's the difference between a Tech 1 and a Tech 2? In the Orca has to be running to use the compressor. Yeah, both have to be running. Alright. And here, let's see. Drone damage bonus 50%. And how long? So it puts you for stuck, I think, for 150. Ooh, and it consumes heavy water as well. Alright, alright, we're learning, guys. I hope that maybe this video can help a little bit as well. For players that want to check it out, or that are looking for that compression technology. So I've got the skills, that's good. I'm gonna train now to level 1. That's what I'm gonna press. Okay, should be fine. I'm gonna go to my skills here. And so shipboard compression technology, which is where? Search, let's do compression. There we go. Let's get a couple more. Actually, I'm just gonna go straight to 5 on this. It's 14 days, so, you know, right after FanFest, I should have all the skills here, and I'll probably take a look at getting my Orca to do a little bit of mining. And what does it do exactly? Specialized compressor modules. Okay, didn't look like it mattered, but alright. That is going, and back to Amar we go to pick up an industrial core. "12 years old." That's an old Orca. I think that's longer than I played the game. Yeah, I'm sure that, you know, you can get an Orca with a couple of mining barges. That'll help a lot. And we get a 2003 player. Alright, pretty impressive. Okay. I'm actually gonna quickly check ore compressor. So that one is for the purpose, I think. Doesn't mention it, but alright. Let's go. And what kind of a slot is an industrial core? I'm definitely trying to figure it out at this point. Large industrial core fitting is also a high power slot. Alright, so you can leave your tank alone. That's good. Man, lots of old school players here, it looks like. And more Dutch speaking guys. Try to keep it to English though. There's other people here as well. Then we'll go Amar. Hello, a dog. Let's see if the operation is back in place. Nope, so we get a little bit of rest. And we actually have an abyssal trace down there as well. Cool. Okay, go, go, go. Industrial core, please. 1 or 2. I'm actually, let's see. So the number 1, 5100, and then its attributes. So that's lower, and then the cycle time, that's the same. Got it. Alright, I think I'll just take the 2 since I can use it anyway. Normally, yeah. And what does it cost? 127 million. Large one, 36 million. So you do pay a pretty steep price for that. But I'm willing to pay that. Alright, let's go. Showing off my deep pockets here. Buying industrial cores like it's nothing. Putting that in the fleet hangar. And then some heavy water, right? Heavy water. And that price will have gone up. Well, that's actually okay. Volumes are up, but prices, that's quite doable. Someone mentioned a couple hundred per cycle. Is that correct? Okay, can't even follow chat anymore at this point, but that's alright. Thank you, Pariah. Let's just buy... I think it was with a 6. So let's just spend a little bit of money. Make sure I got some reserves. Should be able to move that, I hope. Yep, that is fine. So this is definitely something that I wanted to do as well. Start to get ready for the Orca. So let's get back to Isisama. Let's hope 164 million. That should be fine gank-wise. And quick check, no battle cruisers. Let's go.
Warp drive active.
Okay, yeah, then I'll have plenty of heavy water to do some mining if I want to. I could have checked that, you're right. That's okay. 260 now in local. All right. People are getting busy. That'll take a little bit longer. So, but I think I've done all the shopping that I need. For a little bit of solo mining and then having the ability to compress in the Orca myself. And then I still need to do that in 2 other Orcas. One in Galente space and one in Solitude. That is true, you always forget something. Hello, Bloodzen.
Warp drive active.
Well, if you're in charge of logistics, then I'm sure people will always ask you to do stuff. As we said, this is not the most exciting gameplay that EVE has to offer, but it has to be done. And so everyone will try to shave off all the corners that they can, which does mean that there is a certain value to moving your own stuff as well. Although, of course, that's the same as saying that the minerals that I mine are free. It's not exactly the same. I would say try to enjoy it. That's the most important.
Warp drive active.
I'll get right on that FR. I'll look for his number, and then I'll give him a call again. Miasmos, Bestower, and a Treasure. Just sitting there again. So again, always be a little wary. No one is actually moving, maybe. But Treasures also pretty cheap ships. Good DPS. And here's... no, the Imik is actually moved. I thought here was the Scout. They might not do it, do ganking in a need and come system. I'm not sure how these guys respond to that. Luckily, I'm positive, so we're good. Hello, Mooncake.
Drive active.
Just doing a little bit of logistics. Taking a look at the stream as well. I think we are looking good on performance and quality so far. And yeah, it's a bit of an experiment for me in general here, trying to see what kind of content I actually want to make. Kind of got a little bit tired of the 10-minute videos, always looking for a topic, since I mostly explore how many more times you guys want to see a 3 out of 10 run in an Ishtar. So I'm just thinking a little bit out of the box about what I want to do. I think this format, for instance, if I can get it on a schedule, which I'm not making any promises at this point, does have the potential for me to interact a little bit more with you guys. Maybe even try to organize a fleet if I announce it beforehand, that day, that hour. We're gonna maybe try to take out a forward operating base or do something else. I think with a format like this, that should be possible. And so we're testing in that direction, just to have fun, of course. For me, it's still all just a hobby, and to try and do something that I enjoy doing with EVE Online, potentially other games as well. By the way, in 3 weeks, I think it is, we should get a new league for Path of Exile. That could be cool. So I'm still not sure. Do I want to make a schedule? Do I want to maybe do announcements? Try to focus on bigger events, like a league launch, like maybe a mass test, or hopefully CCP comes out with cool patches, a cool expansion or something like that. That's what I'm looking into, and part of that is definitely this. Doing some 1-hour streams, doing some testing, seeing if everything works, and if my system can handle it. NPC hauler hunting, yeah, could try to get into that as well. I haven't thought further than at this point giving it all a try, just taking a look at how it works. No, we're not going to. Oh, and that's actually don't use too strict words there. So let's follow the YouTube guidelines on this one. All right, stream look fine. I like the EVE content, and I don't know if it's just me, but I like the videos you used to make with the capital ships you had and the blueprints and stuff. Yeah, all right. Definitely the market stuff, right? EVE talk. That's still on the menu. Maybe I'll look at some other stuff as well. Yeah, I kind of am running out of topics, I would say, for, all right, here's another cool 10-minute video explaining something very specific in the game. So we gotta adapt to that. I have been doing this for a pretty long time, and this is gonna be part of that process. Who knows, maybe I'll go back to just making shorter videos, because it is easier, takes less time, takes less energy than doing a stream. But at this point, I would say 1 hour streams or something that I could manage, and I kind of like the idea of giving you guys 1 hour chunks, because I personally always value a game or a subscription to the amount of hours that I can get out of it. So $1 or €1 should go for about an hour, and that's a possibility that I'll explore as well on this. Yeah, FR could, you know, thinking about that, I'll need to then set up like a schedule, know beforehand that day, that hour, I'll open up a fleet to do this, get that type of a ship. I think it could work, but it would also require more work on my part. So again, no promises. We are just exploring this stuff at the moment, but I might definitely do it. Yeah, we'll have to see, right, Patriarch, how I want to handle some of that stuff. Yeah, that's true. 1 hour will always be a pretty long time right there. So we've got this. Let's see if I've got one here. Orca. Oh, actually I have several of them here. I'm gonna look. Is that by name? Okay. So that's definitely not the right one, but we can get rid. Oh, that's actually the bursts. That's okay. Need to get this going. It actually feels like it could be all right. Let's take a quick look. See if I can put the core in here.
Insufficient power.
Okay, yeah, I will have to look into this, which I'll do maybe in a video. Could be interesting to try and get this to work and then show this off. In a video, I need a little bit more time for the skill here as well, but I'll be ready to do a Orca demonstration soon with its own compression technology. Does it have? Doesn't have the mining drones? Yeah, I'll have to rebuild one of the Orcas here. I must have salvaged it for some parts of it for some reason, or moved my actual Orca somewhere else. But we'll figure it out, and that's definitely on the menu. But here we go. Let's actually switch to maybe the Exploratress if I want to do a bit more exploration later. That'll be my next thing. But we're practically at 1 hour. So for the guys that watch this later, and the team here was definitely logistics. We got some PI done, moved stuff from the PI, and then moved stuff to Amar. And we bought, I think, everything I need to upgrade my Orca with its own compression technology, which will then do as well. Maybe a little bit of mining, maybe a shorter video. I'm exploring everything. I'm trying to take a look at what I want to do, how much I can do and what I can handle. But for now, this is stream number 2. Definitely fun, and I like the fact that everything is working as intended. 0 dropped frames, and the network seems to be holding on quite nicely as well. So I'll see you guys in the next one. For this week, just gonna give you guys a bit of a warning there. I have to go to the office quite a bit, so it's gonna be busy. Probably not for this week anymore, but we will see. You guys as well, and thank you very much as always for hanging out. And as always, I'll see you guys next time.